are live.
Great. This is Muhammad Mahdi, and I'm at the Sheraton in Atlanta, Sheraton Galleria, for the Ardyss Super Saturday. I've got the extreme pleasure of grabbing one of the Platinum Presidents. This is Mr.
John McQueen.
Fantastic, John. Such a pleasure to meet you. First time meeting you.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, I got a Platinum. Let me take this opportunity. We wanted to address the community under this series of Kings in the Community. The question for the men of why they may want to look at this business model of network distribution, and particularly this company, Ardyss International. What has it done for you? Your advice to men who are looking to get started in building a secondary income stream that can really give their families the financial stability that they're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to meet you, and welcome to Ardyss International. To address that question on two levels, as you stated, financial freedom and financial stability. I don't necessarily know that those two terms are synonymous, and I'll explain why. But also to time freedom, which is huge, I believe, for men, for fathers, for husbands. You know, I come into Ardyss International out of corporate America. I was an executive with ABC TV, director of sales for the Southeast region. But I worked 65 hours a week. Wow. Now, I had a job that, in title alone, people would say is a great job, great position, you know, a position of influence and power within that universe. But the truth is, I was working 65 hours a week. I basically missed the first year of my son's life because I was flying all over the country. So I personally believe that what this industry can provide, and that's network marketing, is phenomenal in terms of autonomy, in terms of time freedom, exactly, owning your own life. So I would recommend it on that basis alone.
How does somebody get started?
Well, I think that's a great question, and the truth is, right now, I think is the perfect time for either side of this business. If you're in it, to attract new people to it, or if you're not in it, to really investigate it. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because when you look at the economy and you use the term financial stability, most people, when they think of a job, they think of stability. I show up for work, at a period of time, they pay me. But the average American now, and these are statistics as of 2009, the average American will only have their job for 4.5 years. Anyway. So, number one, it's very hard to accumulate any wealth. If you're only going to be there for 4.5 years, it's going to be very hard to save any money, invest any money, do anything but beyond live, beyond that paycheck that you will get. So, and because it's only 4.5 years, that's really not stability.
And because you're only getting a fraction of what you may really be worth.
Exactly, and that is okay. And I wish I had my little chart I usually carry with me in regards to residual income. You know, when we talk about financial freedom. You know, now, typically people are we're trained to work based on our time.
Sure.
In other words, I show up for an hour at work, you pay me $20 an hour. Right. 2 hours, that would be $40, and that's just the way we're designed to do it. You know, but residual income, when you start out, absolutely you start at zero. Now, some people can't fathom that. They just don't understand that. Wait a minute, I'm here, I should get paid. But what happens is, once you've put in a period of time, exponentially, that pay, whether it's per hour, per month, per year, or whatever, just skyrockets through the roof. And I'll give you a perfect example. My personal experience is, my wife and I, when we first got into Ardyss International, which was about 4 years ago, we were making nothing. We decided we were going to give it 6 months, that we were just going to work this business like our lives depended on it.
Okay.
And our first check for Ardyss International was $150.
Okay.
That's not a lot of money for anybody.
Right.
Our second check was $800.
Okay.
All right. Our third check was $2,800. And this was after a commitment to work this business. And we both put in, my wife put in over 40 hours a week. I put in, if you can't include, taking care of the children and all those things, I put in my 40 hours a week. But we did that for 6 months. And then after a period of 6 months, our check was $13,000.
Now I got to stop you.
Sure.
Just so that people know the difference, and if you need to follow us with the camera, you can.
There you go.
You said that you got into the business and you put in time, $300, $800, and $2,800. people want to know, what were you doing? It's
Okay.
not like a job. You weren't just showing up.
No.
So there was some activities,
There was some activities.
that you
Yes.
were doing
Yes.
that allowed you to earn that kind
Yes.
of income.
Yes.
What are the activities? When people get started, they want to know, okay, well, I know what I do at the job, but what am I going to be doing here that will allow me to earn exponentially like
Yes.
that? What is it that I'm actually doing?
I think there's basically two things you have to do simultaneously. The first thing you have to do is you have to learn the products and the compensation package that we have. Because Ardyss, unlike Avon or Amway, you don't have a full, thick catalog, but we do have, 5 different lines, great products. So you want to learn those products.
Okay.
Because the reason why you want to learn the products is because the second thing you have to do simultaneously is you have to share this opportunity with other people. That's why it's called network marketing. So initially you're going to share it with your network, the people you know, your oikos, if you will. But then beyond that, you have to share with other people. But you can only truly share if you know the products. Because, and when I say share, I didn't say sell. Right? I intentionally didn't say sell. I said share. Once you learn the Ardyss products, you're going to learn the benefits of the Ardyss products and how you connect with people. Is if I talk to you just about Ardyss, then I don't know that you have high blood pressure. I don't know that you're a relative you may have diabetes. Maybe they have hypertension. Maybe they have they're struggling with some form of cancer. Ardyss has products that can assist and help and benefit those people. But if all I'm talking to you about is what I have, and I'm not really connecting with you, Muhammad, to find out what your needs are, then I'm going to miss that opportunity. So again, simultaneously, you have to learn the Ardyss products and the compensation package, and you have to be willing to go out and share it with other people. That's all we did. Now, I don't mean to oversimplify it, but the first step we did was we made the commitment that no matter, we said to ourselves, we don't care if we make a dime or $1 million. And hopefully we would make closer to $1 million. But the key is to make the commitment, because this business is not about perfection, it's about consistency. And if you consistently do the same thing over a period of time, call it the law of the universe, call it principle from the Bible, the principle of harvest, call it whatever you want to call it. You reap what you sow. It will work. It doesn't matter whether it's John McQueen, Muhammad, or Joe Smith. But you have to apply the principle, and you have to apply it consistently. And consistently is every day. I tell people now, when I talk to new people about this business, if you're not willing to give me 6 months for 5 to 10 hours a week, for 6 months before you even think about results, then this may not be for you. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. No, this is a manufacturing company that makes great products that are willing to pay phenomenally for people that produce.
Okay.
But to do that, you have to first make that commitment. And once you do that, it is unbelievable. If you were to tell me this, if I wasn't living this,
Right.
I would say, no way. In the middle of the worst recession of my adult life, there's a company that is paying, making millionaires out of people. Making millionaires out of people. And I have no problems with saying this, making millionaires out of African Americans.
Okay.
At the rate that Ardyss has done in the last 4 years, if I wasn't living it, I wouldn't believe it.
And that's a testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wrap. I value his time, but we're going to come back and pick up on that point about how we have a company that allows us to do what other wealthy people do. Wealthy people identify manufacturers that allow them to buy things at cost, and who also manufacturers that also will pay us a commission for referring our friends to also buy things at cost. That's how wealthy people stay wealthy. We'll take it up there at the next video. Thank you so much. My name is Muhammad Mahdi, here with Platinum President, Ardyss International, Mr. John McQueen. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.